Meet David. He's 38, a consultant who seems to live out of a suitcase. Deadlines, red-eye flights, late-night takeout. On the surface, he looked fine. A little tired, maybe, but nothing alarming. Until the day his doctor looked at his blood work and said, "David, your body is aging 10 years faster than your actual age." That hit like a punch to the gut. He wasn't sick. He didn't feel broken. But the numbers told another story. Here's the reality most of us ignore. About 70% of the signs of aging begin in your blood, not in your mirror. Long before wrinkles or fatigue, your labs reveal how fast your body is wearing down. Today, we're walking through the 5 silent accelerators of aging that David discovered. And more importantly, I'll show you the exact steps he used to turn things around. By the end, you'll have a checklist you can screenshot, take to your doctor, and use to protect your future self. The first accelerator was chronic inflammation. David's CRP, that's C-reactive protein, the marker for inflammation, came back at 4. Healthy is under 1. That means his body was running an internal fire drill 24/7. He didn't feel it, but it was silently aging his arteries, skin, and even his brain. Inflammation is sneaky. It's triggered by fried foods, too much sugar, poor sleep, even constant stress. Over time, it's like having tiny sparks burning your body from the inside. So what did David do? He cut out his usual fried takeout and started choosing salmon, walnuts, and chia seeds. He made sure he was actually getting 7 hours of sleep instead of scrolling at midnight. And he committed to something simple but powerful: walking 10 minutes after meals. That one habit reduced the blood sugar spikes that fuel inflammation. If you're tracking CRP, retest once a year, or sooner if you're making lifestyle changes. It's one of the fastest ways to see if your body is calmer inside. The second accelerator was insulin resistance. David's fasting glucose was 108. His A1C, 5.9. That's pre-diabetic territory. Silent, but every day it was pushing his aging process forward. Think of insulin as a key. It unlocks your cells so sugar can enter and fuel you. But when resistance builds, the locks stop working. Sugar floats in your blood, damaging tissues, stiffening arteries, and leaving you tired and foggy. For context, fasting glucose should be under 100, A1C under 5.6. That's the safe zone. David's fix? He stopped drinking soda on flights and swapped to sparkling water. He experimented with 12 to 14 hours between dinner and breakfast. And he started doing short resistance workouts in hotel gyms. Nothing fancy, just push-ups, squats, and dumbbells twice a week. Within months, his fasting glucose dropped and his energy steadied. If you want to keep tabs on yours, test every 6 to 12 months, depending on your risk level. The third accelerator was oxidative stress. Think of it as rust on your body's cells. David's labs showed low antioxidant defenses, meaning his cells were unprotected against free radical damage. That's the stuff that speeds up wrinkles, organ decline, and even memory loss. The fix wasn't complicated. David began eating in color. Literally, each meal he asked himself, how many colors are on my plate? Spinach for green, blueberries for blue, red peppers, turmeric for yellow, tomatoes for red. 5 different colors a day became his baseline. He swapped late-night glasses of wine for herbal teas that calmed his system instead of stressing his liver. And he started spending 15 minutes in the sun each morning, boosting his vitamin D, a natural antioxidant helper most of us are deficient in. Antioxidant testing isn't standard, but you can ask for a vitamin D test once a year. And if it's low, your body's defenses are down. The fourth accelerator was high cortisol, the stress hormone. No surprise here, David's work life was nonstop. His cortisol levels were through the roof, morning and night. The danger with high cortisol is that it literally shrinks the memory center of your brain. It raises belly fat, disrupts sleep, and even breaks down the collagen that keeps your skin firm. What turned it around? Micro breaks. Every 2 hours, he closed his eyes, took 3 deep breaths, and stretched his shoulders. That alone lowered his baseline stress. He added magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and dark chocolate. And at night, instead of falling asleep with his mind racing, he journaled for 5 minutes to empty the noise from his head. Let me ask you directly, when was the last time you unplugged for a full day? That one question made David rethink how he lived. If stress is your normal, ask for a cortisol test annually. It can be done with blood or saliva, and it gives you an honest snapshot of how much pressure your body is really under. The fifth accelerator was lipid imbalances, cholesterol, and triglycerides. David's triglycerides came back at 220. The healthy cutoff is 150. His LDL cholesterol was high, and his HDL, the protective kind, was too low. He didn't feel it, but his blood was thickening, stiffening his arteries and robbing his circulation. The fix? He replaced trans fats with real fats, avocado on toast, olive oil in his salads, almonds for snacks. He began walking 30 minutes a day, at least 5 times a week, even if it was just around a hotel block. And he cut down on alcohol, one of the biggest hidden drivers of high triglycerides. Lipid panels should be checked every 12 months. If you already have risk factors, make that every 6. So let's recap with a checklist you can screenshot right now. CRP, your inflammation marker, keep it under 1, test yearly. Glucose and A1C, under 100 and under 5.6, test every 6 to 12 months. Oxidative stress, eat 5 colors daily and check your vitamin D yearly. Cortisol, test annually if you're living a high-stress life. Lipids, triglycerides under 150, HDL up, LDL down, test yearly. These 5 numbers silently accelerate or slow down your aging. The good news? Every single one is measurable, trackable, and reversible. And every choice you make moves you closer to health or closer to decline. Here's the part I love. David didn't overhaul his life overnight. He started small. He swapped fries for fish. He walked after meals. He tracked his numbers. 6 months later, his labs reversed. His doctor looked at him and said, "You're aging normally again." That's the power of knowing your blood work. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wait until you're exhausted or staring at wrinkles in the mirror. You can measure, adjust, and win years back. So here's your move. Don't wait. Ask for these tests. Save this checklist, pick one step today, and start. Because ignoring your blood work isn't harmless. It's expensive. In years you'll never get back. And if this guide helped you, hit subscribe for weekly tips designed for busy professionals like you. Practical strategies to sharpen your energy, extend your youth, and protect your future self. Next week, I'll show you how to reset your metabolism in just 7 days using nothing more than your routine blood work. Don't miss it.